What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you living?
Living great, man. I'm living.
Look, I know I said that
really
we weren't
prosperous.
gonna play the songs in before the podcast no more because we're trying to get on iTunes.
You getting all ruly today?
But no.
Right.
Before we started this podcast, we were having a conversation randomly. My man said he hate auto tune.
Super. Oh, so I thought we were talking about the other.
Had to come through with the auto tune.
Which one is this?
It's the auto tune Pavy.
Yo, this song is legendary, bro. Like dead ass G. Like I still fucking love this song. And you know I usually don't like my old music. I still fucking love this shit. The funniest part about the second verse is I rapped that when Courtney was like in the studio. So we got in the car and she was like,
he rapped that when he was talking about one of his new girls.
Yeah, so like she was like, we got in the car driving back and she was like, was that bar about me? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, okay.
Noodle
like,
neck
yeah.
ass out of here.
But nah, bro, play that shit, bro. Like that. Yeah.
We'll let this ride for a minute. Welcome to Hoops and Brews, baby. This is episode number 16.
Bro, that shit was still.
Trade deadline today?
Yup, trade deadline ended today. Let me get the bottle open.
I can put that on my Lord. Put that on my Lord. Put that on my Lord. I can put that on my Lord.
It was hard.
I gotta upload this video to Twitter. I'm gonna upload this video tonight. You know what I realized about a lot of the shit that you've done? You know what I realized about a lot of the shit that you've ever done artistically?
What's up?
Is that kind of like this, kind of like even I would say myself, like I think we was always 2 years ahead of our time. I'm legitimately serious.
I know.
From the videos to the music, we was always 2 years ahead of our time.
Nah, bro, because I was listening to that and if that had came out in like 2015, like what? Like 2015,
even if it would have came out early last year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you could damn near could have dropped that shit right now. You just put somebody trap on there, and like it won't matter.
It wouldn't.
It
like,
literally
restructured
wouldn't.
it a little bit.
Like if you restructured it and put Young Thug on here.
Oh my God, bro. I put it on my lap. I can put it on my guy. Take a bitch to the bar. Fuck it in the car.
And he gonna be wearing a dress in the video.
Young
with an
Thug. Shout out Young Thug, man.
Shout out to Thug. Man.
Shout out Thug.
Yo,
Thug,
you
Thug.
actually put me on the Young Thug.
I did.
Yeah, remember you
What
came
song
to
was
LA.
Danny Glover?
And you played Danny Glover and you played
Stoner.
Stoner, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah. That was
I put a lot of people on like a lot of like.
Yeah, but no lie. I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, we legit was like 2 years ahead of our time. Me with like a lot of the stuff that I be doing,
effects.
visual, not even visually, but just like the stuff that I be doing on the internet, be low key like 4 years ahead of this time.
Yeah, like that YouTube show.
Because like if you think about my live internet
Yeah, the
show,
live internet show.
I was making skits and doing all these little stupid videos that these YouTubers do now. Like these little, you know what I'm saying, like you know, where they like making parodies of like real life and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I had my little freaky webcam chats video where I took the girl from, you know what I'm talking about, right? Scarlett Has a Tumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like a Stephon Marbury.
I do remember the Stephon Marbury parody. I do remember that one. That one I do vividly remember.
I played that for Lexi that day. She was like, "What is this?" She's like, "How old were you?" I was like,
Hell
damn near 20, looking like I was 12.
That's funny as hell.
But yeah, man, times done passed, man.
They have.
But we still at it. But it's Hoops and Brews, baby.
The trade deadline pass. That was actually a perfect segue. Yeah. The trade deadline pass.
Yeah. Hopefully the Bulls are 2 years ahead of their time.
10. Hopefully they like a whole millennium ahead of their time, bro. Cause like, I mean, okay, we knew Taj was gone. But
did we know Taj was gone?
We knew Taj was gone.
You kept saying that Taj wasn't gone.
No. I said Taj wasn't gonna go to OKC because I was like, what's the point of the Cancer and Taj trade? But we knew Taj was gone, so that wasn't shocking. But the Dougie trade, it's like, yo, to trade Taj and Dougie and get back so little assets when you gave so many assets up just to get Dougie is like incompetence. Like what? You gave up like 4 draft picks to get a guy that you trade 2 years later. If I give up 4 draft picks to get you, we gonna make sure you can't play.
I mean, yeah.
We gonna make goddamn sure you can't play.
And think about it, Dougie's never really had the opportunity to like to be a consistent starter and get consistent starter minutes like and play that way. Like I mean, like he
Has
tried.
he even really got consistent minutes? Like
that's what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
even last year, like he was a rookie last year, right?
Nah, I think it was he?
Is he in his third or fourth year?
I think his third year. I think his third year.
Okay, but still, last year he wasn't getting a ton of minutes. His rookie year with
He
Tibbs,
really
he
ain't
wasn't getting
getting
no
no
minutes. So like, you didn't even really get a man a chance to see if he could actually develop into a solid player if you give him starter minutes. Then you bring D Wade there. Whereas if you would have just started him and Jimmy together all season, you could at least saw what he was going to give you and saw what you wasted all them draft picks for.
Yeah.
But it's like to get Cameron Payne back,
And
everybody's talking about Cameron Payne as if he's ready to like break out and
First
be
of
an
all-
all-star. Like
first
he
of all-
averages 5 points a game.
And they have 4 guards. Like you have 4 point guards on the roster because Rondo didn't go nowhere. You still got Jerry Grant. You still got Isaiah Cannon. You still got Michael. He's the 5th guard. What you gonna do with 5 point guards? How?
The same way that I said the same thing about New Orleans when I realized that they have 5 centers on their roster.
They have to fix that as well. They do. At some point in time, they have to fix that. But yeah, with the Bulls, it's just like a lack of competence. Like I don't really know what direction the franchise is going in right now. Like if you want to, I mean, clearly you have to fully rebuild. But if you want to fully rebuild, then why don't you push harder for a deal for Jimmy?
I don't think they need to fully rebuild, though. I told you that.
I mean,
I
you
literally
did.
said all this like a month ago. I told you exactly what the Bulls needed to do. I told you that they was trying to rebuild and they was trying to keep Jimmy, that they would need to basically get rid of all their assets, try and get a draft pick this year, let everybody go that wants to go, including D Wade. D Wade,
he's gone.
We gave you $24 million. You're welcome. You're welcome,
Thank
D Wade. We appreciate you, bro. Go play with LeBron, cause no, you play this out. You get a rookie, you develop him. You actually sign people that can help you to be mediocre. Because I don't think the Bulls need to tank for 2 years. I think they need to tank for the rest of this year, which obviously they're gonna do. Next year, let everybody go. They let Taj go. They don't have to worry about trying to re-sign him. You get rid of Nico over the summer. You get rid of Rondo if you can, or you just cut Rondo.
Rondo got a 1 year deal anyway, I think.
No, Rondo's got a 2 year.
You sure it's 2 years?
It's like 2 years, $9 million.
You're right.
It's 2 years, $9
You're
million.
right.
So you only be on the hook for $4.5 million. You cut him, you let him go, and then you go and you draft some people. You trade Nico away for a draft pick or a second round draft pick, whatever.
Get a draft pick for Nico.
For a second round, give me a second round draft pick. Take Nico. We don't need him. We don't want him. And then when you start again, depending on where you land in the draft, you'll have Jimmy. You'll still have Robin Lopez. You'll still have Michael Carter Williams, who you can bring off your bench, or you can start and you still have Isaiah Cannon, but to just get rid of him for Cameron Payne, Cameron Payne?
Cameron Payne.
Anthony Morrow? Anthony Morrow, 31 years old, bro. You traded away a 31-year-old for a 31-year-old. You traded away a good 31-year-old for a bad 31-year-old.
For a bad 31-year-old. It's like what's the point? But
now, although I do feel like they needed to give Bobby Portis a chance. And I feel like as long as Taj was there, he was never gonna get a chance because Bobby Portis had to fight through Powell and then through Taj to actually get consistent minutes. You let Bobby Portis finish these last 25 games out of the season. Let's just say he averages 14 and 7.
it's not gonna happen. But okay.
Let's just say he averages 14 and 7 in the last 25 games. That's a very positive step.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because that means that because you've actually given him consistent play. He can, okay, I'll take it this way. In the last 25 games, if he can average 14 and 7, not for the season. Because in order for him to take his numbers up that high, he'll have to go crazy. But if he finishes the last 25 games of the season, averaging 14 and 7, that's not that bad. You really didn't give up that much giving away Taj, and you got a younger guy. So you take him. Next year, you're going to be a middle-of-the-road team. You might make the playoffs. You'll try to fight for it. If you miss it, then you get another semi-lottery pick. Draft somebody in the middle. Go get another free agent. Robin Lopez contract will be done. You build around Jimmy.
Even though I think they're still gonna make the playoffs this year, personally.
Nah,
bro. The bottom half of the East is just as bad as them. Cause I don't see Milwaukee jumping up.
Oh yeah, cause
Jabari
Drop Top Barry got hurt.
Yeah, Barry gone. I don't see them jumping up. Detroit's inconsistent.
Man,
the Hornets
tried to clean house and didn't nobody want
them.
Because
Because it's just the contracts they have are so bad. They have Reggie Jackson on $81 million. Who wants Reggie Jackson for $10 million? You definitely don't want him for.
You want him for $10 million.
Okay, I'm joking about $10 million. Of course, if I get Reggie Jackson for $10 million, I would give up $10 million for Reggie Jackson. He's not trash. It's just that he's not $85 million good either. And Drummond ain't $100 million good. Unless you got a great point. No, that's because Drummond can't really do much else. He's like DeAndre Jordan, but like not like DeAndre Jordan. Like he doesn't do that much better than DeAndre Jordan.
But he actually scores though. He gets to the free throw line, just can't make free throws.
He can score, but
he can't make free throws. If he
can't make free throws.
If he could become a 70% free throw shooter,
oh yeah, because
he would be like a 20 and 10 player.
Yeah, because he's so big and you can't really stop him. But even still, he declined from last year. Last year, I think he was averaging like 15 and 15. He's even declined from last year, so it's like.
I mean, he's still probably averaging. He's still averaging like 12 and 12.
I mean, yeah, like
he's debating on if he could be an All-Star this year. Think about it. Early in the year, we were debating on if he could be an All-Star.
We were okay. Well, you know what? Let me actually take those opinions back. That was actually very dumb of me. Drummond's contract is cool, but Reggie Jackson got to go. Just even for the team, Reggie Jackson don't really even fit. I just don't want Reggie Jackson as my starting point guard. My sixth man, cool. My starting point guard, no.
But that's what they signed him to be.
I know, which wasn't good. He's like
Andre Drummond is still averaging 14.6 points a game and 13.8 rebounds a game. I mean, it's not that much of a slip.
It's not.
Like I mean, he's still hooping.
Yeah.
He's still hooping. He's still hooping. You just don't consider him to be a superstar player or a perennial all-star level player. So why would you give him that kind of money when you can trade him away and get assets for him, which I understand. But I think if you can find somebody to teach him how to shoot fucking free throws, you will be fine.
Not even that. I think if you could just find him a better point guard. An actual pass first point guard.
Well, I mean, you know what? Last year he did average 16 and damn near 15. So it's a slight dip. But you also have to think about it. He like you said, he don't really have a point guard.
Yeah, like
if you paired him with Ricky Rubio, he would probably be. Actually, I'm surprised. Hold on. Wasn't it talks earlier about Minnesota trying to trade Ricky Rubio?
For Derrick Rose.
No.
It was.
Reggie Jackson. That would have been a great trade.
Would have been a great trade.
That actually would have been a really good trade for them.
Yeah, would have been a great trade.
Because you would have even got Tobias Harris more shots, and you would have got Andre Drummond the ball way more.
I like Ricky Rubio. He's not a bad point guard.
He's not a bad point guard. He just can't shoot.
Yeah, like at all.
But it doesn't make sense. He shoots like I shoot. And I'm trash. I would probably be like a 10% 3-point shooter if I played the NBA.
10%? 5.
Yeah, I say 10%, not 5. 10%.
5. Just know where you're making 10% of your NBA threes.
10% because then I get to practice every day and actually get to train.
There's no way.
No, I work a desk job. I actually get to train. If I actually got the chance to train, you telling me I couldn't hit 10 out of 100 threes?
No, in the NBA. First of all,
you tweaking.
No, bro.
Yes.
No,
I can hit 10 out of 100 threes.
Bro, maybe you could if like you were in the empty gym or something like that, bro. But bro, no. Yes. I think you're really underestimating, first of all, how tall they are. Second, what their closeout speed is.
No, listen to me.
No.
Look.
No, bro.
If I got 100 NBA attempts, if I got 100 NBA 83 attempts, I can hit 10 of them.
No,
I can hit 10 of them. I can hit 10 of them.
No,
if you give me NBA trainers, I can hit 10
No,
threes.
you cannot, bro.
If you give me NBA trainers,
no.
If you give me NBA trainers, if you give me NBA trainers and enough minutes to shoot 100 threes, I can make 10 threes.
No, you're not talented,
I can make 10
bro.
threes.
No, you're not talented.
I bet you I can make 10 threes.
No, bro.
I can make 10 threes.
How many minutes would you have to play a night?
To to shoot 100 threes?
Yeah, and make 10
I don't know, enough minutes to shoot 100 threes.
First of all, no. You probably wouldn't even be able to shoot 100 threes.
You look, this is the point, okay? You give me 100 shots in an NBA arena to shoot threes, I'm gonna make 10 of them. I'm gonna make 5 by accident.
No, you're not.
And the other 5 gonna actually go in. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
No, you're not.
Yes, they are, bro.
Even if you make 10, you're gonna make 10 by accident.
I'm not gonna make it by accident.
Yes,
you give me 200 threes, I'm gonna make 20.
You know, look.
I'm gonna shoot better than 10% from the field.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm gonna shoot better than 10% from the field for three. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, bro.
Whatever. No, you're not. But whatever. Yeah, that move was interesting. Well, then the supposed Derrick Rose Rubio trade, which I liked for New York. That would have been cool for New York. I fake understand it for Minnesota because Levine got hurt, so I guess the thinking would have been like, yo, we need a third scorer. And Tibbs is like, yo, I know Derrick, like pair him with Wiggins and Rose in your backcourt, but that's a very awful shooting backcourt. That's a god awful shooting backcourt. Awful shooting backcourt. And put him with Towns, and that's your big three for the rest of the year, and you try to make a push for the playoffs.
But why?
Huh?
Why even try to make the push for the playoffs?
I mean, who wants to? I mean, people don't want to play to lose. Like, you don't really play to lose games.
In the lottery again, no?
I mean, yeah, but you don't really play to lose games. It's like organizations might, but players and coaches don't really play to lose games. So you want to at least give them a chance to possibly make the playoffs. They haven't been in 9-10 years. Give your fans something to be excited about. If you can go for it, why not go for it? You'll be better the next year regardless.
Yeah.
So I guess why not go for it?
You get Zach LaVine back.
Yeah,
I mean, but Zach LaVine and Derrick Rose.
No, but Derrick's contract is going up, so you basically just renting him for the rest of the year.
His contract ends this year?
Yeah. So you'd have just been renting him for a year, and you wanted to get rid of Rubio's contract anyway because you wasn't going to pay him.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose thinks somebody going to pay him a maximum salary.
Derrick Rose will get $100 million.
From who?
Sacramento will give him $100 million. Sacramento wouldn't give Derrick $100 million. First of all, they got a new arena that they got to fill seats that they just got this year. They traded away their most seat filler, their biggest seat filler. And then Rudy Gay is going to come back because he has a player option.
Torn Achilles.
Bro, he has a player option. He's definitely going to opt in.
Oh, yeah.
He has
but that don't mean he's going to be anything. He's going to be trash. He probably
he's going to be trash. That's the issue.
More than 12 points a game for the rest of his
career. I know. That's the issue. He's going to opt in, so he's going to be garbage. So he was a seat filler that he's not there. Derrick Rose is still a big name. People will still possibly pay money to see Derrick Rose play, even just to say, oh, he's not what he was.
I mean, in the Kings, well, you know what? Honestly, see, and this is why I said that why I said the last episode, the trade, as bad as it was, it really wasn't that bad. They still have a chance to rebuild and rebuild fast. Like it's like I don't see it being. I think they could be a playoff team within the next 4 years.
They could, but the organization has shown no signs of competence. They've been rebuilding since 2005 when they let Chris Webber go. Literally, they've been rebuilding for 12 years.
Yeah, but they got a new owner in the meantime.
It doesn't matter. They've been rebuilding for 12 years.
The Bulls been rebuilding since Mike left. Damn near.
The Bulls have been rebuilding for 12 years.
When at any point in time since Mike left did you actually feel that the Bulls were championship contenders? That you felt that they could have won the championship?
People did 3 years ago.
People were out of their mind.
I said they were out of their mind, but people did 3 years ago.
People were out of their mind. They thought Derrick Rose was going to be LeBron James, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh.
They had they won 60 games that year. They had a chance to compete. When you looked at it, they were when you sat down that year and said, yo, who are the contenders in the NBA? The Bulls were in the list of contenders. So they weren't rebuilding.
Yeah, but they weren't going to. Well, no, but you never actually thought they were going to win a championship.
So? They're still a contender.
So what are you playing for?
That's still a contender.
It's like everybody trying to build these contenders now.
That's a contender.
That's my point with Boston. You not beating Cleveland, and you damn sure ain't beating Golden State.
But they're still a contender.
You not even beat San Antonio.
They're still a contender.
So why not trade away them picks and go and get you a second superstar?
I mean, me personally, I don't dislike that Boston didn't make the move.
Who are they going to beat in the next 3 years?
Listen. Because all of the trades will still be on the table in the offseason. My thing is, let's play the rest of this year out. We're already second in the conference anyway. We could possibly wind up first in the conference. So play the rest of this year out, and then let's see how deep we go. Pause. But let's see how deep we go. Let's see if we get to maybe. Let's see if we get. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. My phone was ringing. But
his boo was calling.
But anyway, let's see what we can do.
He ain't even denied.
Maybe half of Cleveland dies. You don't know what can happen. Maybe half of Cleveland dies. Maybe you get to the finals. Maybe you take them to Game 7 of the conference finals. That's still a very successful season to me for Boston. So you play this year out, and then in the off season, you assess what you have. Because right now, it's just a low for. Well, no, right now it's just the pick is just a lottery pick, regardless, lottery pick. You don't know what can happen with the lottery, which is a good and bad thing. So, lottery comes, you see what pick you get. Let's say it winds up number 1, number 2 pick.
Okay, question. they get Lonzo Ball.
Listen, just listen.
Okay.
Just listen. If it literally ends up being the number 1 pick in the draft, I feel like you can ransom a team for so much more.
Who do you think would be the number 1 pick?
Markel Fruits.
What is he? How tall is he? What's his
6'5" point guard. He looks really good. If you guys haven't seen film, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Markel Fruits. Go watch video on Markel Fruits. I think he averages 25, 5, 2 and 2.
Okay.
And he's a point guard.
Okay.
And he's got I think he's 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan.
No. Okay.
He looks really, really good to me. So let's say that's okay, this is my number 1 guy. People look at him as yo, he's a real franchise building starting player. I feel like then if you call Boston, you can ask Boston for, I don't know, Crowder, Bradley. No. They can't ask you for as many of your pieces because I think the trade was at first Crowder, Bradley, Smart, or Brown with the pick for Paul George or for Jimmy Butler. If they could have made the trade and just given up the Brooklyn pick and Crowder and got PG, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but they wanted 3. They wanted 3 of. I'm just for the people listening. They wanted 3 or 4 players. They wanted they wanted 3 or 4 players plus the first round pick.
Yeah.
They wanted Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown. But how do you ask a team for both of their shooting guards and both of their small forwards, and you think they're just gonna be like, oh yeah,
exactly.
that's cool for one small forward?
It's not that serious.
I mean, although you still would have been left with you would have been left with the option of Avery Bradley, a Marcus Smart. You would have been left with one of them.
I
Still,
know.
Do you really trust Jaylen Brown to be a starting shooting guard and finish out the season? I would have much preferred if, in that deal, they probably would have wanted to keep Avery Bradley, and
that's
that was
same
the
thing
deal
I
breaker.
said.
Because I would keep Avery Bradley.
I would want to keep Avery Bradley.
You can put him against Kyrie.
Exactly.
And you can tell Isaiah Thomas, just don't let JR dunk on you, bro. Just don't let JR dunk. And
Just
you
pray.
cool.
Just pray.
Just don't let JR
pray.
dunk, bro, and you cool.
Just let him shoot.
All you gotta do is just let him shoot.
Just let him shoot 28 feet. He gonna either make 12 or miss all 12, and it ain't got nothing to do with you.
But if you got Jaylen Brown on Kyrie, food, barbecue chicken.
Jaylen Brown's a good defender. Jaylen Brown's a good defender.
Kyrie.
I mean, I wouldn't put him on Kyrie all game, but Jaylen Brown's a good defender.
Who else he gonna guard though? You ain't got nobody else solid coming off the bench. He gonna have to play a lot.
No, he would guard LeBron.
Who? Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, because Crowder would be gone.
Yeah, but Paul George would be there.
You're right.
So Paul George would be guarding LeBron.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but Paul George isn't even gonna guard LeBron for all 48 minutes. He'll guard him for about 24.
In that matchup, who do you think wins?
Huh?
In that matchup, Boston-Cleveland with Paul George, who you think would have won?
Oh, I thought you was asking me a completely different question. I thought you were asking me between LeBron and
No.
I'm
definitely
what?
asking you LeBron.
Excuse me. If healthy, I still think Cleveland wins in 7. If healthy, if not healthy, Boston might win in 7. But if healthy, I think Cleveland still wins in 7. But my whole knowledge was, man, just play this year out and just keep the pick. Keep the pick for the rest of this year and play this year out, see what happens, and go from there. Because the Jimmy deal, if it was on the table, wouldn't have been going nowhere, and neither would the Paul George deal. Nobody else was going to get him. So, because I don't think nobody else really had the assets, and for some reason, the Lakers really don't want to give up Brandon Ingram.
I mean, I feel him.
Why?
Because Paul George is 26.
It's not that old.
No, listen.
He did have a leg injury.
No, listen. Paul George, 26, with the leg injury. He also, although he has always been considered to be an all-star, everybody has always been expecting him to take that next leap and become a superstar.
I mean, he's a star.
He's not a superstar. So you don't trade away Brandon Ingram, who, although he's in his first year and Buddy Hield is not playing well, Brandon Ingram has also not been in the rotation as much because he's still learning. And the good thing about having a coach like Luke Walton versus a coach where they're just going to take Brandon Ingram and throw him in there and just be like, all right, fine. He'll look much more stupid than the way Luke Walton is bringing him along in terms of actually trying to teach him about the game and want him to see the court more than just throwing him out there on the court with Swaggy P and Lou Williams and D'Angelo Russell. That's not nothing about any of those dudes is going to make you play better basketball versus if you could watch the game more, learn it and then play it and actually be able to see. You get what I'm saying? Like this is much more of a training season for Brandon Ingram than it is like them just throwing him to the wolves like you did with Andrew Wiggins his first year.
I mean,
So
but
why would you trade that away when you don't know?
Yeah, but you saw way more flashes from Wiggins in his first year than you seen from Brandon Ingram. Like way more flashes. Like Wiggins was still a 17 point per game scorer his rookie year.
Yeah, but
I've been shown nothing that says if Brandon Ingram started, he would average 17. Been shown nothing. I think he'll grow to be a good player, but I don't think he'll grow to be a player that's so good you don't want to trade Paul George or Jimmy Butler for him. Now, if they ask for Ingram,
I would trade Jimmy Butler for him, but I wouldn't trade Paul George for him.
I would trade for Paul George because still it's LA. You need a big name. Paul George can get people to be excited about the Lakers and come out. Paul George is a guy. Okay, we got Paul George on our team, and we still got a Julius Randle and
actually, it's a perfect segue. If you Magic, how do you rebuild this team now?
You pray to God that you get a top 3 pick this year, because if it's not top 3, they don't get to keep it. The Sixers get it.
They don't get to keep the pick at all.
Yeah.
So they don't get a first round pick at all.
No. That's why trading Lou Williams was important, because Lou was their leading scorer.
Oh, that's why they traded him?
Yeah, because you want to lose. Like, you need to lose. So you pray you get the pick. If you get the pick, you assess what number it is, and you just take the best player. Even if it's Fruits and he's a point guard and D'Lo's a point guard, you figure out halfway through the year, it's Fruits that do. He is. Buy D'Lo. Who want D'Lo? D'Lo for ransom. D'Lo for sale. Who want him?
Oh, yeah, and it'll be his third year, too.
Exactly. D'Lo for sale. Who want him? And he's still young enough that I feel like if you try to trade D'Lo, you can still get back a good amount of pieces because he's still young enough. So you do that, and from what Paul George said today, it seems like Paul George is not going back to Indiana under any circumstances when his contract leaves. So you just wait for Paul George. So basically, I guess.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What he said today? I watched the first 2 minutes of his press conference, but I didn't watch anything.
Basically, the whole gist was like, yo, I'm really disappointed in you guys. Like, yo, you guys are telling me that like I'm your franchise player, but I'm not even really in the loop about trade talks. Like, I wasn't even alerted to this. I just found out. Like, we not really, like, I'm not on the same page with the organization at this moment.
Oh, he said that?
I mean, that was basically like the gist of what he said. Like, that was like the gist of basically what he said. So he's probably not coming back. So I guess you just, if you like get the pick, you package it all together, and you'll probably be decent. And then you try to convince Paul George to come to LA. Paul George come to LA, and you go from there. If you don't get the pick, it's time to look into a trade.
For who though?
Paul George. Like, call up and like, yo, can you please give me Brandon Ingram? Paul George.
But listen. But if you're the Lakers, I mean, if you're Indiana, the pick is gone. I wanted the pick.
Yeah, but you can ask for a pick in the next draft. The LA thing is risky. The LA thing is risky anyway. That's why, like, I don't feel like LA was ever an attractive trade option to any team because the pick is protected. It's top 3 protected. They might not even get the pick. You can't take the protection off the pick. They might not even get it.
Okay, so then you give up your 2019, 2020 pick?
Not 2 years of picks. No, you give up 1 year.
Hold on,
you don't give up 2 years.
18, 19? Oh, yeah, 17, 18.
You give up the 18 pick. You don't give up the 19 pick.
Yeah, but then, so then you got Paul George, D'Angelo Russell, Lou Alding, and Timofey Mozgov.
You still might not make the playoffs in the West.
No, you won't make the playoffs in the West.
Yeah,
so do you get rid of Timothy? Do you get rid of Timofey's contract?
Who's going to take Timothy for 2 years and like $20 million?
And you're not going to get nobody to take Lou Alding.
No one's taking Dame. So, like, what?
I mean, I guess it depends on how much cap they have. Because if they can build out that bench, I think they'll be okay.
I mean, but even still, if you, like, get Paul George there, you can, like, get somebody in free agency that's going to want to come play with Paul George. Paul George is the type of player that I think players want to come play with. Or they will come to play with. He's good enough.
Especially in LA. In Indiana.
Exactly. Maybe not. But first of all, people want to come to LA anyway. Who wouldn't? If you have an attractive free agent there, well, no, not free agent, but star there, guys are going to want to come. Simple as that. A trade that I think was big today. PJ Tucker ended up in Toronto.
Come on, bro.
Listen.
I'm listening.
They didn't really have to give up much to get Serge Ibaka and PJ Tucker.
Oh,
And you already got DeMar Carroll there. That gives LeBron 2 guys he has to go through for 48 minutes. I still think
3 actually.
Who's
Because if you want to, you can put Surge on him.
on LeBron.
Yeah. For if you need to give those guys a break for 10 minutes, you put Surge on LeBron.
All right.
What?
Okay. That's a God. LeBron's gonna give Serge work, but all right.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Okay.
Valanciunas is not a small guy, and neither is DeMar Carroll. Like
What does that mean?
I mean that means that when it comes to LeBron, just
DeMar
like
Carroll,
drives the lane going crazy, like at least
but
Serge.
you just said,
but Serge is athletic though.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, so I'm fine with LeBron on him for 10 minutes.
no.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, like I'm not
This is not the finals when they played in Oklahoma City.
I mean,
bro.
like I'm not super mad at it, but it's like no, LeBron will serve that man. But anyway, I think that's a really big trade. Compiled by the fact that they got Serge Ibaka with it. Like I think that makes Toronto a very, very formidable team. So that's now they go about 8-9 deep. Cause they got Lucas, Herringody, they got Corey Joe, you got PJ Tucker now, you got Norman Powell, a very solid player, and then you already got your main guys,
man,
the
they
starters.
really cleaned out their bench.
Yeah, who else is on their bench now?
Oh, and then the other guy, the one with the crazy hair that they started.
That's what I said. Lucas Herringody.
Is that his name?
Yeah, talking about number 92 from Brazil, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
him.
Okay.
So that also makes
I
Toronto a
didn't know
very
that was how
strong
you
team.
pronounce his name.
Yeah,
Okay.
that actually makes Toronto a very strong team in my personal opinion.
You wanna something funny? I think that looking at these trades, honestly, I didn't really think that Bojan Bogdanovic trade
one.
was a big one.
big one.
Everybody kept talking about how it was big, and then I looked at the stats and I was like, oh shit, he's averaging like 14 points a game.
Oh wait,
this
the
season.
Nets got a pick this year. Thank God.
Yeah. The Nets got a first round pick.
They got
from
2
Washington.
picks now. Actually, I think they have 2 picks now because I think they can swap picks with Boston this year. I think that's what the deal is.
And then we talked about that earlier, and I told you that the Nets weren't that far away from being a playoff team.
Hopefully.
Possibly. But I told you though.
Possibly.
Didn't I tell you that they had to trade their assets, get a first round pick, tank, get somebody this year. Next year you sign a big free agent because they gonna want to come play in Brooklyn, especially if you give them a max deal. You ain't that far away from being in the East Conference playoffs.
Possibly, but you got to make really good decisions though.
And you get to get rid of Brooker Lopez because his contract will be up in 2 years.
You do.
Which means you'll trade him at the end of next year to get assets to help you with 2018, 2019. I told you, as bad as these NBA franchises seem in terms of where they are, the worst one probably in the past 20 years has been Philadelphia. But other than that, the majority of the franchises have all managed a way to kind of continue to go from the bottom and kind of work their way up.
Timberwolves really haven't.
Yeah.
They've been bad since like 04, 05.
Yeah, the Timberwolves
hasn't. The Wizards.
Yeah, but the Timberwolves haven't because they made bad draft picks.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
the thing. You have to draft good.
No, but even with this now, you still look at the Timberwolves as like, okay, they have a chance to like do something. Finally. But it's fine. Like KG, like you trade away your best player, the greatest player in your whole history to another franchise, like you have to start over, which is essentially what the Lakers are doing right now.
Yeah.
But when KG was there, they were a formidable opponent. Am I wrong?
Up until like his last year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they've only been out of for about 10 years. But if you think about it, since AI left Philly, ain't nobody been nowhere. So I think Philly today got on a really good track. They got Tiago Splitter. It still sucks that they didn't get rid of Jahlil Okafor because
but they got rid of Nerlens.
Huh?
They got rid of Nerlens.
Yes, they did get rid of Nerlens, but even with that, you still have Jalil's contract on the books, so you can't cut him, which means you have to trade him in the offseason, and hopefully you can get something of value for him. Versus if you traded him now, at least with the 25 games left, you're banking on like the unknown, like Bobby Portis. Like what could he do if he actually?
I mean, even still, you're still banking on the unknown because I don't think Jahlil has really got an opportunity.
You know what's crazy? I'm really want to know what's gonna happen with Andrew Bogut.
You can top 18 to protect. No, you can do that.
I think you can protect anything.
True.
I mean, I think you can protect anything. Why would you want to protect the top 25 pick? You get what I'm saying?
It's like, why even make that trade?
But in this instance, a top 18 protected pick works because if you Philly, you don't know if the Mavericks going to be good or they're going to be bad. Think about it. Where the hell is that franchise?
That's the Mavericks. So the Mavericks can keep their pick as long as it's within the top 18.
No, but listen, what I'm saying is that you don't know what is going to happen with the Mavericks. Whether they're going to get good in a year because they got a good owner.
No, that's this year.
Oh, it's this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not really. Philly actually kind of got fleeced, honestly.
I don't think they got fleeced.
They didn't get fleeced.
I think they just wanted to get rid of Nerlens Noel.
They did.
And they knew they were going to buy out Bogut. So you buy out Bogut. Where do you think Bogut's going to land?
I would have said Cleveland, but they're probably gonna. But I think they actually just signed Deron, or they're like in the process of signing Deron Williams. Or else I would have said Cleveland. He can't go back.
Are you gonna finally stop whining about they don't have a playmaker?
Yeah,
now?
I will.
Okay, thank you. But you think Deron Williams is gonna win you the NBA Finals?
I didn't say that, but he's.
Exactly.
But I didn't say that. But if you have listen, if you have Deron Williams on the team, you can still take Kyrie and LeBron off the floor and still think your offense is gonna get ran decently.
I mean, yeah, and you can at least depend on Deron to shoot shots.
Literally, with K. Feeler, he did nothing but turn the ball over, like dead ass. He only literally every time he came in a game, turnovers happened. At least with Deron, he's a veteran point guard. You're like, yo, I can trust my team is going to get ran properly for 5 to 10 minutes without one of them on the court. If I have Kevin Love healthy.
I agree with that.
Bro, hold on.
Hold on. Wait, okay, go ahead.
Bro, you know,
Roy Hibbert been passed around like a hot potato.
Yo, he got traded for a heavily protected second round pick. I tweeted this, bro. Don't trade me for a heavily protected second round pick. Just cut me, B. Cut me. Don't trade me for that. Don't disrespect me like that.
No, it's fine. You still getting paid if you go to Denver.
I mean, yeah, but it's just disrespectful.
You still getting paid.
You traded me for a heavily protected second round pick.
Wait a minute. You're still getting paid and you don't have to be in Milwaukee anymore.
He's
happy. He's happy.
Right.
He's still getting paid and he doesn't have to be in Milwaukee
anymore.
There are
things to do in Denver.
Exactly. If he plays well enough, he could be like the 7th or 8th man off Denver. He's not going to start over Jokic, but he could at least come off the bench and be a solid player.
Yeah, but he's not. Roy Hibbert's trash.
Honestly, at this point, Denver might only be 1 or 2 solid pieces away from being a playoff contender. I mean, we're not even a playoff contender, but being a middle-of-the-road team that could potentially compete with the Clippers and the Grizzlies.
I mean, Denver could still make the playoffs this year. I don't know.
No, that's why I said that they can compete with the middle of the pack. They could compete with San Antonio, Houston.
Yeah. But they can definitely be a middle-of-the-pack team. But yeah, the PJ Tucker trade, like I said, I think that was big. What else happened? And you're right, the Bogdanovich trade is actually really good for both teams.
Oh yeah, the Bogdan.
Because it gives Washington help off the bench, which they didn't have.
You know that they were like
the number one,
the second worst. No, I think it was the second worst bench offense.
The worst because I think their starters.
No, somebody else is at 22 and they were at 23.4, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so that gives their bench help. And Lou Williams to the Rockets. The Rockets have a very strong bench. They're still going to get smoked in like 6 games. And by probably Golden State. No, not 6. I'm sorry. 4.
They'll be 3rd?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like the way that they play. Like I don't like that style in the playoffs.
Williams,
listen, bro. You can go, I think, how deep do they go now? Lou, Eric Gordon, what's the man's name?
Who are you talking about?
Montrezl Harrell.
Oh yeah, Montrezl Harrell. Yeah. Still, is Ryan Anderson starting?
Ryan Anderson, I think, is not start. I don't even know.
No, I think Sam Decker is starting over him, isn't he? No.
Either way, one of them they still there. That's like 4 deep off the bench now.
I mean, and you're not even including Eric Gordon.
I said Eric Gordon.
Oh, you did.
That's 4 deep. It's 4 deep off the bench. That's solid.
Yeah,
and everybody can shoot. Everybody can shoot besides Harrell, but Harrell's an energy guy. He's good.
Yeah, but honestly, Golden State's bench is way better defensively than they are offensively. So you really got to depend on. So listen, you got to depend on those guys in the playoffs against the Warriors to shoot good enough to beat them 4 games in a row.
No, I mean I don't expect them to beat them. There was nothing they could do to beat the Warriors. I was just saying that's a good trade. It's a nice trade.
Oh yeah. So can
the
I tell you,
Rockets are destroying
the Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Fire and ice. Psych. But today's beer is the Samuel Adams Hopscape. Today I went to the gas station because normally we go to Vons or the gas station because they actually have a decent selection. And today they actually had the Samuel Adams Hopscape, which is a wheat ale brewed with West Coast hops. We live on the West Coast. It's LA. It's the wintertime. So, and surprisingly, this beer is a 5.5% in terms of the alcohol volume, and it's only a 30% in terms of the IBU. So it's not too bitter. It's got a little taste, but it doesn't taste like water. And it's a Samuel Adams Hopscape. So although, as I say always, we are not sponsored by these companies. We don't want the FCC. We don't want the FCC coming after us. But companies, if you would like to, please come sponsor us. Give us $1,000. Send us a couple 6-packs. We will shout you out gladly.
Every episode. What else happened on this deadline?
In terms of the okay. In terms of the Bogdan, Bojan. This might be the first time, I would say probably, this might be the first time. This legit might be the first time, maybe in the past, probably since LeBron, probably since like 2008, that I actually don't necessarily know if LeBron James' team is going to be in the finals. And even thinking about that makes me think, although I don't like LeBron, that feat within itself, since 2008 is 2017. In 9 years, I can't think of a team in the Eastern Conference that I would necessarily take over you as one man on whatever team you was on. That's a testament to LeBron. I'll give him that. I won't be a hater. I'll give him that. That's a testament to him. Which is why I think that LeBron is top 10, not top 5, not top 4. I would say since 08. No. I would say since you know what? You know what? Yeah. I'm not thinking about the Boston. The Boston teams were in never mind. I'm sorry.
Like the last 7 years.
Sorry, in the past 6-7 years. Sorry, not the past 9 years.
Yeah.
Past 6-7 years. I honestly think this move by Washington is big. Number one, because it allows you, when you come off the bench, to be able to have Bojan go in there and go crazy. Like, go ahead. Go. You want to go in there? Go shoot. Our bench is literally averaging 23 points a game. You yourself are averaging 14 points a game coming off the bench. Get in the game and go shoot. And you essentially have to take Washington's defense against Cleveland's offense with Deron Williams versus Bojan and whoever else is going to be in the game.
I mean, I still don't
and in the playoffs, you're going to shorten up the rotation, so you still might have Bradley Beal or John Wall out there on the floor at any point in time during the game. That's going to make that kind of dangerous for Cleveland. You have to really hope this Deron Williams experiment works out. And you also have to hope that Kevin Love comes back healthy enough to be able to actually give you something of value in the playoffs, and especially in the finals, after coming off a knee injury. Kevin Love, I'm going to mark this down in my calendar. This is February 23rd. I'm going to tell you right now, in the finals, Kevin Love will run out of gas, and the Cavaliers will probably get beat in like 5-6 games. Okay. Because Kevin Love won't be able to last.
I still think Cleveland can beat any of these teams without Kevin Love. It'll be very tough. But I still think Cleveland can beat any of these teams without Kevin Love. Now it might be in 7 games. But no, the Washington trade definitely does make the conference very, very interesting. You have 3 formidable opponents for Cleveland now. 3 formidable opponents. So it definitely does make it very interesting. But moving on, what do you see happening in the second half of the season? Now that the season is winding down, let's talk about that. My actual big prediction is I don't know if the Pelicans will make the playoffs. I don't know.
Why? Because they lost to Houston in game 1?
No, not that. It's just that when you make a trade that big, it still takes some time to get acclimated. And I think they still have like the 4th hardest schedule the rest of the way. And it still takes some time to get acclimated. So I don't know if they're going to make it this year. And like I said, AD has a history of not being the healthiest. So if AD goes down, what's the difference between that team and the Kings?
I mean, not really. I mean, 80 took that team to 20-some wins. You think Boogie couldn't have took the same team to the same amount of wins?
I don't know.
Really?
I haven't seen it done. I ain't seen the man win. I don't know.
I mean, the same record. They're like 24 and 34 or something like that, bro.
Yeah, but the only reason of that is because New Orleans was hurt a lot at the beginning of the year. That's the only
so you put a
reason
healthy Boogie with that New Orleans team. You mean to tell me that they wouldn't win
AD
24
wasn't the
games?
one hurt. It was everybody else hurt at the beginning of the year.
That's what I'm saying. You think Boogie can reproduce the same thing? No?
Yeah, I mean, no. They would probably have the same record that they would have with Boogie or with like they would probably have the same record. Yes, I'm just saying I ain't personally seen the man win, so I don't know. But I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs. Denver.
I told you they're gonna make the playoffs and they're gonna be the 7th seed.
Okay.
And they're gonna beat the Spurs in the first round.
I did agree with you, but I think the trade OKC made today is huge for them. Huge for them. It gives them another post scorer now that Cantor isn't there. Taj can at least go out there and get you 12 points a night. Now that Cantor isn't there.
And play good defense.
And play
way better defense.
And play decent defense. And OKC had no shooters. At least Doug can somewhat shoot the ball.
And Taj is actually not that terrible of a pick and roll player. Cantor is good on the block. Sometimes good in the pick and roll player. Sometimes good in the pick and pop. But you depending on Cantor to go and roll to the basket and get you like consistent at the free throw line. I don't know. You taking Cantor's pick and roll game over Taj's pick and roll game?
Possibly.
I'm taking Cantor's offensive game over Taj's pick and roll game, but I'm not going to take Cantor's pick and roll game over Taj.
Okay.
Taj played with Derrick Rose. You have to know how to play in the pick and roll and be able to catch the ball.
Same with Cantor. He played with Westbrook. You got to know how to play it.
Westbrook. But the thing about it is Cantor, even though Taj is 31, Cantor is still not as athletic as Taj is.
No, he's not.
He's not. So that's my point. So you actually have an athletic forward that's there, that's like Serge, but instead of him going out to the 3-point line, he's going to actually go to the paint and roll and run a true pick and roll. He's going to be a gritty guy. You got Doug McDermott, who's coming off of this fiasco in Chicago. Imagine if Doug McDermott comes out in the playoffs and balls out, and the Thunder wind up making it for somehow to the Western Conference Finals.
That's not going to happen.
But no, but I'm just saying, think about that. Because that always happens to the Bulls. They always trade somebody away, and then they go on to become an all-star.
But no.
Except for Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry, I'm sorry, bro. You sucked.
But yeah, no, I think that's a really good trade for Oklahoma City. A really, really good trade. So I don't possibly see the Pelicans getting to the number 7 seed regardless. But I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. That's one of my predictions. And also, I'm starting to believe that Cleveland will not have the best record in the conference. I think they'll be number 2. I'm starting to believe it.
You remember who first predicted it?
Yes, I'm starting to believe it. Because I don't know when Kevin Love is going to be back. And even when he is back, the injuries are always tough to come back from. And he's starting to have a history of injuries. That's why the Melo trade wouldn't. Yeah, he's starting to have a history of injuries, man.
Bro, did you see what Kelly Olynyk did to his arm?
Yeah.
That's a street fight move, bro. That's not an NBA basketball move. So you can't blame him for that.
I'm not blaming him on it, but I'm not blaming him on it.
He didn't take his arm and
I'm not blaming him on it
and slam it over somebody else's shoulder.
I'm not blaming it on him.
Yeah, but you putting a history of injuries on him when somebody else hurt his
arm.
It
still happened. You always manage to get hurt. You always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What?
You always in the wrong place at the wrong time. The best asset you can be is available.
Another human being takes my arm and literally, as I'm reaching for a rebound, pulls my arm down over his shoulder and pops my shoulder out of socket, and you gonna blame that on me? No. You gonna blame that on me?
Listen. I'm finna break it down for you real quick. Check it out. It's like, look, if you got a job, right?
I wish y'all could see my face right now.
No, listen. If you got a job, right, and let's say, you got a kid and you got a baby mama, right? Okay. And your baby mama literally keeps breaking into your house and stealing your kid. So you can't never actually go to work, bro. But your employer is like, yo, you ain't never at work. It ain't your fault that you ain't at work because I feel you. Somebody stealing your kid. But you not getting the job done. We got to let you go.
But you say that as if Kevin Love has only been playing like 20 games a season.
I didn't say that, but it's
you act like Kevin Love is Blake Griffin.
No,
he's not Blake Griffin.
That's not. No, that's not.
Like he's Blake Griffin. He's not always hurt. He got hurt last year. Well, he got hurt 2 years ago when somebody broke his arm, and then he had stuff torn up in his knee. How you putting that on him?
Thomas, can you listen?
Cleveland fans are delusional, bro. Y'all delusional, bro.
Thomas, can you listen? What I'm saying is this. Stephen A. said the reason why there was some validity to the rumors of the Melo and Love trade was because there are starting to be concerns in Cleveland about Kevin Love's health. That's all. There are starting to be concerns. If I'm paying you $100 million, I don't really want there to be any concerns about your health.
How? Well, you know what? Okay, fine. You take away the arm injury where somebody else broke his arm. Where's the health concern? When has he been out?
Just because you're playing don't mean it's not health concerns. If you got a bad back, you be like, yo, yeah, he playing right now, but I don't know how long the back is going to hold up. For instance, like Amari, when he first came to the Knicks, that's why the Suns didn't sign him back. It was like, yo, he only got about a year and a half left in them knees. He was balling out for like a year and a half, then deaf. And now we paid this man $100 million. So just because you don't die at this very moment don't mean you don't have health concerns. His back might have a retention time. I don't know.
Who's back?
Kevin Loves. But
his meniscus got hurt. What
yeah, but he also has back issues too. That's why he's been out some of this year because of his back. His back might have a retention time. His knee might have a retention time. That's why I'm saying health concerns. So, yeah, I don't know if they're going to end up with the best record in the conference. But I think the playoffs will actually be very interesting. I think the Eastern Conference will actually be more interesting this year than it has been in a while. Because, like I said, I think LeBron has 3 formidable opponents. And I don't know how healthy Cleveland is going to be. So I like some of the moves that really, I think my grades for the trade deadline, my highest would obviously be New Orleans anytime you add Boogie. But I think Toronto had the second best trade deadline.
I think they had the second best season in terms of trades, period. Is that what you mean in terms of all trades, including Serge?
Yeah. I think Toronto had a very good trade deadline. And then I would say the Thunder did. The Thunder really patched up a couple issues. They were an awful shooting team. They went out and got Doug, and Enes Kanter wanted to be a dickhead and break his forearm.
No, but you know what?
And they went out and got tied.
But the great part about that for the Thunder is that when Enes comes back, which he probably will right before the season starts, he'll be fresh and ready to play. And he'll also know that he fucked up big time, so he's got to make up for it. Although, of course, they're not going to win a championship. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if they messed around and made it to the Western Conference Finals. Nah. Because I just know Russ, and I know how much Russ truly hates Kevin Durant. Yeah. And I know that his hate, he would rather average 40, 20, and 15 and never play again next year than to go out and get swept in the first or the second round.
He's not going to get swept. They'll still probably lose in the first round depending on who they play. If they stay in the 7th seed, I don't think they can beat San Antonio. And if they stay in the 3rd seed, I don't think they can beat Houston. I think with San Antonio, it'll be maybe a...
You think they could beat the Clippers?
Honestly, damn near. Damn near, bro. They'll like mess around and beat the Clippers in 7 somehow. Somehow.
Dre and Choke Paul will...
somehow. I don't know.
Dre and Choke Paul will find a way to screw it up.
I literally would not... If they could honestly get that high in the season, which I don't think they can, I could honestly literally see them... Like, the Clippers might lose to the Grizzlies in the first round.
Choke Paul.
The Clippers might lose to Utah. Literally might lose. If they play Utah, I don't know if they'll win. Honestly, I do not know. Ideally, you would think they would, but I don't know.
I'm surprised Utah didn't make any moves.
For what, though? And get who? And give up who? Who you want them to get?
You still need a power forward.
Huh?
Who's that power forward?
Favors.
Okay. Favors. And then they got Hayward. But you're not winning the championship with that roster.
You're not winning the championship with that roster regardless. Unless you're going to make a huge trade and get a star. You're not going to win the championship there regardless.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have been.
They're just going to be a really good team. They're like the Boston of the West.
I don't know if I give them that much, but okay.
I mean, they're like Boston like 2 years ago when Cleveland first went to the finals. They're the Boston of the West.
Okay, I feel you. I can't argue with that. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any bold predictions. I think Golden State is going to win the championship, obviously. I predicted that the Pelicans will make the playoffs and be the 7th seed and beat the Spurs in the first round. I think that literally makes San Antonio trade away LaMarcus Aldridge in the offseason.
No, you don't trade away LaMarcus.
You trade away LaMarcus Aldridge.
Away
well, actually, you know what? Actually, take that back. Tony Parker's still old, so you go and get your point guard. Period. End of story.
You don't trade away what?
Period.
Bro, you still the 2nd seed.
It don't matter. You're not gonna win it. They compete to win championships and make the playoffs.
But you're still a championship contender. You don't trade.
You're not a championship.
Manu's gonna retire. You keep LaMarcus Aldridge. You keep Kawhi Leonard, of course. You still keep Tony Parker. You add some more pieces to your bench, and you go back out with
Tony Parker. Who's your starting point guard?
Tony Parker.
Who's your starting center?
I don't know who my starting center is.
God,
I'm saying you go get some more pieces.
Win a championship.
I'm saying,
get rid of
bro,
LaMarcus.
No, why you getting rid of LaMarcus?
Get rid of LaMarcus.
Why?
Why?
He's still a very solid.
But he's about to be like 32 next year. Get rid of him.
You still can't name 5 power forwards better than LaMarcus Aldridge? Try right now. Name 5. Exactly.
Draymond Green.
Okay. Draymond Green, AD.
Anthony Davis.
Is AD a center?
Well, not because he's a power forward.
It does. Okay, whatever.
He's only been starting.
Okay. All right. Okay.
AD.
Blake Griffin. You have 4. Get to 5.
No. I didn't say 4. I said Draymond Green, AD, Blake Griffin.
That's 3?
That's 3.
Okay. Get to 5.
Kevin Love.
No. I don't think he's definitively better than LaMarcus, personally. No.
You don't think Kevin Love is better? Kevin Love was like a 26 and 10
I don't think he's I don't think he's hands down better. I don't think he's hands down better. Okay, all right, fine. Kevin Love.
Fine. Drop top Barry before he got hurt. No.
I'll give you Kevin Love. Okay, fine. You can have Kevin Love. Get to 5. I'm not giving you drop top Barry. I'm not giving you Porzingis yet.
Porzingis is a center, really. You might have me.
Okay.
You got me. Okay. He's still a top 5 power forward. Okay. You don't trade him away. You're right. I take that back. I'm gonna shake your hand on that one. Good argument. You won that one.
You don't trade him away yet. You just get you some more pieces, man.
Yeah. I agree, but other than that, I don't really have any major predictions. I think Cleveland still makes it to the finals. I think it's a toss-up between whether Cleveland plays the Washington, Boston, or Toronto.
I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if they play either of them, and I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to either of them also. It just really depends. But I think for Boston, between all of those teams, between Boston, Toronto, and I can't think of the name.
Washington, the Wizards.
Washington and the Wizards. I'm taking Boston as my last team to beat Cleveland. I think Washington has. I'm taking Washington as my last team. Washington, I'm taking Boston because although Boston has good defense, you got to score me enough points to win the game,
and you got to rebound.
But think about this: same way LeBron James was going Derrick Rose for the last 4, 5, 6 minutes of the game, and it will be over. Same thing, Lil Zeke. It's over.
Why would you put LeBron on Lil Zeke though?
Because when Derrick Rose in the fourth quarter, when LeBron used to play the Bulls. Nobody else could. This Boston team is literally the Chicago Bulls, like when they play LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. Except for Derrick Rose is like 6 inches shorter, and he ain't an MVP.
They're not even.
That's my point. That's my point.
But you wouldn't.
Washington has a way better chance because Washington just improved that bench by 14 points a game.
But you wouldn't put LeBron on Lil Zeke. You wouldn't even need to do that. You would just keep JR and Shump on him all day.
No, you wouldn't in the fourth quarter in the last 4 minutes.
Yes.
Who else on Boston is going to score?
You would put JR or Shump on him.
Who else on Boston is going to score?
Give LeBron a rest. He doesn't even need to guard that man. No.
In the last 4 minutes of the game, when I'm playing Boston, I'm putting LeBron on Lil Zeke.
No.
Score.
Why? No.
Score. You doing 12, 13 points a game? Score.
I'm putting LeBron on Jay Crowder and letting him sit out there on Jay Crowder. And I'm letting Shump and I'm letting JR handle that man. And I'm putting Kyrie on Bradley and say just run with him. And I'm letting Shump or JR handle that, man. I'm keeping Kyrie and the other guy. I'm keeping Kyrie and Bron fresh. I'm not gonna make him play defense. Lil Zeke don't scare me that much.
In the East Conference Finals?
Unless it's like Game 7, yeah. Lil Zeke don't scare me that much, bro. The game slows down and the game slows down in the playoffs and gets more physical, and he's still 5'9". That's why Boston doesn't really scare me that much. I don't know if Boston could be Washington. I don't know if Boston could be Toronto. The team that scares me the most is Toronto because they have 2 guys that can wear LeBron down. If DeMar and Lowry can actually put together a playoff series, a good playoff series collectively, they scare me the most. They added Serge, they added PJ Tucker. Like I said, they got at least two to three bodies that can muck it up for LeBron a little bit. They got Lowry. who was giving Kyrie drugs in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Drugs. They got him and they got DeMar. They scare me the most.
All right, I can't be mad at that. But I gotta go to the bathroom, so let's go ahead and end this. We're right around the hour mark. It was a great little chat, man.
Yeah, great episode.
Season. Go ahead, get your plug in.
You know where to follow me at twitter.com/PavyWorld, PAVY World, all one word. Instagram is the same. Instagram is the same. Snapchat is the same. Follow me, man.
Yeah, and as always, it's your boy Real TPJ, aka TPJ. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Real TPJ, REEL TPJ. It's a film joke, you dummy if you don't get it. I say it every episode. Why not stop? As always, man, this is a Hoops and Brews episode. We was hooped and we was brewed. We talked about the hoops. Till next time, man. Peace out, bro. Cheers.